Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Looking for Warriors. Really quick update on Gary Vee. Watching Gary Vee today. I'm a little bit disappointed. I love Gary Vee. I absolutely love Gary Vee. He's great. I'm a little bit overall disappointed in the course. Now, his books are great. The course is great. Now, I would suggest if you want to be in social media, if you want to go into digital, if you want to be in that area, definitely do this course. Now, my issue with it is that as far as strategy and tactics, strategy, it's great. He tells you why you should be on Facebook, why you should be on Twitter, why you should be on Tumblr, which is interesting to me because I've been in digital for 20 years. And the one thing I don't know very well is Tumblr. I know YouTube, I know Twitter, I know Instagram, I know Facebook. It tells you why you should be on Instagram, what you should put on Instagram. Really interesting. Now, and he'll tell you why, and then he'll give you case studies. Great, all great. Now, my issue is that he gives examples. So the case studies he gives, it's like Kit Kat, it's Smirnoff, it's Arby's. If you don't know Arby's, they I don't know, it's not from Ireland. Obviously, it's a US brand, but they make apple strudels and pastries and stuff like that. So it's a really big company. It sounds like a really big chain. He also talks about some big hotel chain as well in the case studies. Now, the problem is for me is that with strategy, okay, great. Tell me what I should put on Facebook. Tell me what I should put on Instagram. Why I should put it there. Brilliant. And he's the number one guy at that. Gary Vee is the number one guy at telling you what you should put where and why. He does that brilliantly. He's really passionate. He's interesting to listen to. I don't think you're going to zone out when Gary Vee is talking. But, he gives these huge brands as case studies, which is, for most people, now I'm talking to people who are kids growing up, they're leaving school and they want to get some skills so they can get a job, or your general person who wants to kind of improve their life and improve their skills. And most people are not going to be getting their first job at Smirnoff or Arby's or the NFL, which is someone else he talks about. And also the strategy for the NFL and the strategies for Smirnoff are very different from your local printer down the road or your local blind company or just a small company. It's a very different strategy. Smirnoff can waste a lot more testing. They can put a lot more stuff online. Now, the issue with the smaller guys is they don't have the money to do that. They need to get results quicker. Even if it's small results, they need to get some kind of results quicker. They can't spend a lot of time building the brand. The cash flow just isn't there for it. And that's not what they need. They don't need this Gary Vee Smirnoff advice, which is good advice, it's really good advice. But it's not for your general person. Gary Vee is going to be dealing with the NFL. He's going to be dealing with celebrities. He's going to be dealing with Smirnoff. That's a different situation. That's who he deals with. That's a different situation. That's his market. It's not most people's market. Now, having said that, for your general person, so for strategy, it's great. Overall strategy, it's great. What you should put on what digital platform, what you put on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, and why. Strategy is great, more or less. But for tactics, it's terrible for most people. For tactics, it's great for Smirnoff. People at Smirnoff should watch this, or any huge multinationals should watch this, and they'll get great advice. But for most people, who is the people, if you're building up your skills that you're going to have to show that you can do a good job for, this is not the tactics you want. Now, the one place I suggest, there's a number of good place to go for the tactics. I found Dale Gray, I think he's retired, so we're not going to link it to him because I think he's retired. A great place is Digital Marketer. It's not too expensive. I don't know what it is. It could be like $15 a month. There's different tiers. I think it's 15 and 50 euro or dollars a month. That's great for tactics, where you put in funnels. If you're going to do real good tactics for smaller companies, you need to put in funnels. You need to have call to actions. You need to have tripwires, that kind of thing. That's going to actually really help the smaller company and get a return quicker. A self-liquidating offer. He doesn't talk about any of this stuff. It's absolutely fine. It's not his area. But I'm just talking to the people who need to build up their skills and need to show small companies that they can help them. If you want to be their social media manager, if you want to be their digital guy, if you want to be just work with them, you want to do just a bit of freelance work with them, or if you want to be the guy they call when they have a social media problem, it's not, the Smirnoff stuff is not going to help. with that kind of company. Now you can work your way up to the Smirnoffs for sure, but it's just not going to be your first job. So I would say initially, sure, listen to Gary Vee. It's really, really good, really interesting. Take your notes. It's really good and it's great strategy. And just to get a feel for the platforms, I knew all the platforms already. The one thing I wasn't that clear on is Tumblr because it's just too cool for me. So I like all the Instagram, the Facebook, the everything else, but and the Twitter and YouTube. But so I got a good overview from Tumblr from Gary Vee, and he explains it really well. He's really passionate. He's great, but you're not going to get good tactics for 99% of companies from Gary Vee. I'm going to say just because he's focusing on much larger companies, which that's fine. That's his market. That's fine, but for most people, it's not going to be that useful. You need to get tactics somewhere else. But what I would say is you're not going to get everything from one course. So do the Gary Vee course, get some overall strategy. It's a good kind of foundation, and then go to other courses for tactics. Now, as I said, digital marketing is great for tactics. I'll link out to them, but there's going to be great Skillshare courses as well for tactics, and I'll put them into the playlist so you can see what the great Skillshare courses on tactics are. So this has been Alan from Look for Warriors. One other really quick thing as well is it's a 5-year-old course. I realized that he's talking, it doesn't tell you the date on the course, but he's talking, he mentions 2014 or something, 2015. So it's 2020 now. So it's a 5-year-old course. Keep that in mind because things change very quickly in digital. But I would say even though it's a 5-year-old course, a lot of things he talks about are still relevant. Still very, very relevant. But just keep in mind that it is a 5-year-old course. So you just got to keep that in mind as you're going through it. This has been Alan here from Look for Warriors. Subscribe to the channel. This is Gary Vee thing is jab, 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 right hook. This is my right hook. Subscribe to the channel. Really makes me feel good. I say, oh, another subscription. Subscribe to the channel really helps me out.